this is going on, online, in-person classes. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Yo! What's up? So what's this about you're in the mountains right now? Is that
I
right? Where you off? Where are you driving?
I was driving home. I was driving home from feeling good as hell. I was driving home from a little
Okay.
just drive around the neighborhood.
Okay.
Um,
Uh,
but yeah, I have no reception near my house.
uh,
So, yeah, I have no reception near my house. So I was like, just wait until we get up the hill. But then we forgot something. So
okay.
we're like running back down the hill. But we literally just went for a drive and now we're like, we need water bottles. So
Ah, it's all good. We'll let it slide, Noah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Noah Cyrus song. You've heard it on WIXX with Leon Bridges, July. How are you, by the way?
I'm good. How are you?
It's all good. I think we're living in I think our lives have been very similar over the last couple of weeks. I think everyone's lives has been very similar. So, like, how's this? Where's your social distancing spot been? Like, where are you hanging?
My house in LA. I have not left in 12 days.
12 days.
I've been going on little drives
Okay.
so, but
Okay. So, are you loaded with everything? Like your water, your food? Are you pretty loaded on that, or do you
I'm just being
sometimes do?
I'm just being like I'm just gonna be like normal and not steal everybody's toilet paper and food and shit.
Um, I was I was just actually chatting with the listeners before you jumped on. I was talking about how this whole thing with social distancing, as a musician, how has it affected you? Because you're seeing all the outdoor concerts, tours, they're being canceled. And as a musician, how does that affect you? Like, have you been taking time to just write new music, or have you taken the time to just kind of just chill and just slow everything down and just kind of just let it be what it is right now? Like, how do you handle that as a musician with everything that's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely keep trying to write as much as I can. Look at my little baby. He looks like a guinea pig.
What's his
Um,
name?
Marshall. I try
Marshall.
to, be as artistic as I can and work my brain as much as I try to work my body. I want to keep my body and brain healthy because whenever my brain or whenever I'm not exercising my body, I feel like my mind isn't getting enough exercise. And that's whenever I start to get depressed. And so I'm just trying to yeah, just stay focused at the
Right.
same time as you know staying inside and doing my part. So I'm doing as much as I can from home. The virus made me cancel a lot of radio promos, so I get to like hang out with you guys on live, and this is cool.
Yeah.
But I can't wait
Who
to come and
else?
be able to give you guys hugs.
Yeah. So let's talk about this track, July, because July, it was every time someone makes a comment when I'm around, when someone makes a comment about the track July, it's nothing but positive feedback. We played it for a segment months back for Yeah or No, and it did really well. And then we added it for WIXX, and people love it. We were just actually, Otis Day, our music director, and I, we were talking about it yesterday and how I like it. Our overnight gal, Susan, she said it's her favorite song that's being played right now. So it's nothing but positive vibes and feedback when it comes to that song. How did it come about, and how did Leon Bridges get added on?
Well, I wrote it in Bali with PJ, Peter Harding. And honestly, I just spilled everything. I was on July 4th, 2018. Yeah, 2018. I had a breakup with somebody I was with for quite a while. Yeah. And but that was really for the better for me, because I experienced a lot of mental abuse in that relationship, and I really felt like I couldn't love myself or be happy for myself without his permission. I felt like I was worthless to him until he said so, and all my worth depended on him. Which is why I say you remind me every day I'm not enough, but I still say, because there was always so much to change about me. And I remember being like, if you want to change this much about me and you don't, this doesn't seem like love to me. You don't love me. Like, you treat me so badly. And all of this stuff. And so how do you still want to be with me? Like, every day I was not enough, and everyone saw it. My mom saw it. My family saw it. My friends saw it. Everybody saw it and was like, why is Noah with this person? He's so bad and toxic for her. And I was so blindsided by love, or what I thought was love, because I got manipulated into thinking that love or a relationship should be this difficult or this hard, but it shouldn't. And I definitely saw that once I got out of there. And I'm so lucky that I got out when I did, I'm also so young, so I have so much to learn, but like, Absolutely. that was somebody that I lived with and I trusted, and had a lot of control over my mind and what emotions I was feeling. And it was a very fucked up relationship that I tried too hard to save way too many times.
Yeah, I always say that the goal is to always, no matter what it is that you go through in life, it is to basically learn and grow from it. So as long as you feel that you grew from it, that's what's important. So when I do talk to musicians and they talk to me about the songwriting process, they always say the best songs are the songs that are the most personal.
1000%.
Yeah, like anyone can write a song for you, but it's those that you write that really relate to what you're going through in life.
Yeah, those ones that are, I have songs that are so specific, like to a T. I just sent somebody a song I wrote about them, actually. Yeah. And I was like, sorry, but this is how I feel. And I just needed you to know it. And I sent it, and yeah, that's how all my music should be.
The single was originally, it was just you, and then later on, like months later, after the summer, Leon Bridges got added on. How did that process come about?
I'm a big fan of Leon, so I asked him to jump on the record. I went through the label because I found out we were on the same label, so I freaked out. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm going to shoot my shot. Earlier, that's what I should have said earlier. I was like, so I shot my shot? I'm going to shoot my shot. So shoot your shot, yeah. So then I shot it, and we became friends, and he hopped on the song, and he made it another part of the song, which I didn't even know was going to be possible. And he took it to a whole new level, and I'm so lucky to work with him and to know him. And I can't wait to write more with him in the future, Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not a secret. Everyone knows you come from a family of musicians, entertainers. You do. I don't know if you were aware, but I think the whole world knows. My question for you is, when you grow up in that type of environment where, everyone for the most part in your family has had success in the game doing this, how do you separate yourself as an artist and make an identity for yourself?
You just gotta do you and put your music out, and you have to not think of it. I don't even think about. I mean, of course, I know where I come from, and I and I always talk about it.
Right.
I always talk about how much my dad inspired me and inspires me every day. But like, I didn't really. I don't know. I just kind of did my own thing. I didn't. I don't know. It just
Yeah.
I wanted to be. I wanted to set myself apart, so it wasn't very hard for me, you know.
How did it, when you made the decision, and I'm going to assume at a very young age you made the decision, but when you said, okay, this is what I'm going to do, was there ever a long living room discussion with, oops, are you still there, Noah? I'm not sure if she, Noah, you still with us? I think we're breaking up. Still there, Noah?
I'm here.
Oh, I don't know. We're kind of glitching a little bit. Noah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, cool. Um, getting back to what I was about to ask you, when you made the decision that this was what you wanted to do, was there ever a long living room discussion with the family on things of what to look out for being in the business, or was it just kind of one of those things where you just easily morphed into it because you were always on set, you were in the studio, so you kind of learned as you went along just by being there in the
I
environment? Like how was
I wasn't always in the studio or on set as a kid.
okay,
I was out doing like kid stuff. That's what was
right,
important for my mom and dad, was to make sure that I did what I wanted to do, you know? So as a
right,
kid, I was out there in the dirt riding horses every day but Monday, 6 days a week, every
yeah,
single day. I
right,
competed on weekends. Every single weekend, by the way, and I put everything into that. And I was homeschooled because I didn't want to deal with with everyone who was so mean at school
yeah,
and brought up who my family was and my siblings, because I wanted none of that. I wanted to be the most normal kid, because that was something I didn't know normalcy. The only normalcy I knew was whenever I went home and we shut our doors and we were behind closed doors, and it was our normal family, no cameras, no nothing. And that's all I wanted, because as a kid in such a social family, a lot of backlash comes towards you, and you're 7 years old, 13 years old, 15 years old, 18 years old. Your confidence, because of when you were 15 years old and all the shit people had said to you by when you were such a young age, they completely obliterated my own vision of who I am and my version of myself. And they made
yeah,
me completely hate myself from the time I was 14, 15 to up until 6 months, a year ago, you know? So like there's so much that happened, you know? So when I decided to do music, it was like my mom being like, "Are you sure you want to do music? Because this is really hard, and growing up,
right,
you've seen what we've all had to go through, and you just need to know that I'll support you no matter what you do, but but in a way, don't do it, because
right,
you're gonna, you know, with the mental health issues I struggled with due
right,
to me my situation growing up. She knew that I would be more fragile in this business, because I am very fragile. I deal with severe depression, anxiety, and body dysmorphia, and I was diagnosed with body dysmorphia when I was 15, and so I I my mom just wanted to support me. And the bigger question was whenever I went into my management office, because I knew my manager since I was probably 12. So
yeah,
just a family friend. And I went into his office. He said, "Please, you can do it, but please don't do this. Just stay a normal kid and go to the Olympics for riding horses like you want to
they
do."
wanted to protect you.
And
Yeah,
to protect me. And and I was like, I want to do this. And the second
right,
I'm getting I'm getting more and more into myself the more I go. Like I am
right,
growing into myself more, and right now I'm making the music that defines me, and has never been truer to myself. And I'm just so happy with the projects that I'm putting out, and I'm excited for this EP coming out. July, I couldn't be prouder of. I got so high that I saw Jesus that I just put out in that video. I'm so passionate about and I'm so proud of. So it's a really exciting year that I have ahead of me. I just hope for the world's sake and everybody out there that we can all get back to normal life soon and getting healthy and staying healthy, and kids getting back in school. And, you know, there's so many people that, you know, are less fortunate to be able to go home than being able to go home to like a house and a roof above their head. So, you know, I give love to all those people that are dealing with this insane time. And, you know, that's just what I'm trying to focus on right now, is getting through this and helping other people get through it with the music, because I know that that's my contribution, is I'm able to give music for people to listen to, and music helps me so much mentally and gives me so much hope and gives me so much joy. So hopefully that's what I'm doing with my music, you know?
Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it with July right now. That's a hit. What let your fans know. Let them know, how do they get in touch with you?
What do you mean? Like
So social media, all that. What's next for you after?
I mean, my Instagram, y'all know my Instagram.
Right.
I'm on Twitter. But I have a number you guys can text me at. I'll put that number. I have a number that my fans and I talk to all the time.
Okay.
They can text me. So I'll put my number up on my stories after this, you guys, and you guys can text me.
Cool. Appreciate it. Noah, Cyrus, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to holler at us. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good weekend, Noah.
See you.
Thanks for joining. Bye.
Bye.